You're not supposed to be in here. Be careful. You're not supposed to be... Can't a woman get a moment to herself? Leave me. I'm not gonna warn you again. Get out, or I'll call the guards! this a surprise. Damn you!
I don't need to talk to you. Get lost.
Ari's the boss. Talk to her if you want work.
Need something?
Yes?
Hail, friend. It's good to see another merry soul enjoying this fine day. Ah, but you look tired. Come, share a bottle of hunting brew mead with me. Ah, nothing like fine spirits to help raise your... well, your spirits. Cheers, my friend. May your adventures find you fame and fortune.
Here for work? Get an axe and bring me all the wood you can chop. Can I help you? I used to have 5 good men. Honest gold for honest work. Well, yes. Why wouldn't I be? Are you interested in me? Oh, I'm sorry I said anything then. Oh, is that an amulet of Mara? I'm surprised someone like you isn't spoken for.
Yes?
Windhelm, bless you, friend. You've renewed my hope. Before I came into Zenithar's calling, I confess I was a thief. But I learned a few things in my time that might help you survive. Let me show you. You have a kind heart. I'd be honored to walk by your side until the trees themselves fade away if you would have me. I enjoyed our talk.
Is that Lady Mara's amulet? I'm shocked a fine person like you isn't married already.
Who would dare attack the leader of the companions?
Sorry, but I'm not looking... Fine work. Here's your pay. Don't spend it all on me, right? See you around.
Won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord.
The gods gave you 2 hands, and you use them both for your weapon. I can respect that.
Whatever you've heard I can do is probably true. Mind what or who you practice this on.
Stay away from the Oretino residence. The place is cursed.
Magic is the true power in this world.
Be careful.
And let them die with their...
If those Whiterun gods can take down the dragon, so can we.
I'm telling you, I heard it. Howling. Those werewolf tales are true.
What's the hurry?
Aldrich won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The
Stormcloaks are finding victory across the land. Grew up here, cold as at Mora, but that just grows the beard sticker.
With us.
Lot of history in these walls. We're trying to make some more. It's a lucky time to be alive.
How long are you going to wait?
For Ulfric? Well, nothing official. Known him for years. He seems to value my thoughts, and I'm grateful for that. I don't really have a mind for war, and I think he likes having an untrained opinion from time to time.
So we're ready to start this war in earnest then?
Soon.
Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward.
Torek was merely a message to the other Jarls.
Travel safely. It's dangerous out there.
Support of our armies.
We're ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun. If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not...
The people are behind you.
Many, I fear, still need convincing.
Keep your...
And let
Talos guide
them
you.
die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long time. We know the price of freedom. But people are still weighing things in their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have families to think of.
How many of their sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their families.
Well put, friend. Tell me, Galmar, why do you fight for me?
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Yes, but why do you fight? If not for me, what then?
I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not one in this?
I fight for the men I've held in my arms, dying on foreign soil. I fight for their wives and children whose names I heard whispered in their last breath. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find our country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people, impoverished to pay the debts of an empire too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves. I fight so that all the fighting I've already done hasn't been for nothing. I fight because I must.
Your words give voice to what we all feel, Ulfric. And that's why you will be High King. But the day words are enough will be the day when soldiers like us are no longer needed.
I would gladly retire from the world, were such a day to dawn.
Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan. I'm not sure you belong here, friend.
I remember you. You were at Helgen with us. Come to join the war. Speak with Galmar. He handles the new recruits. Good.
Aye, but in the meantime...
Speak with Galmar.
we have
He'll
a
size
war
you
to
up
plan.
and see where we can best use your talents. It means you have the dragon blood. You have an inborn ability to use your voice the way dragons do. The old tales tell of dragonborn heroes who slew dragons and took their power. It seems those tales are true, with the dragons returning, and now dragonborn appearing. Maybe the Greybeards know what it all means. I know more than most. I trained with the Greybeards at High Hrothgar when I was a boy. The Way of the Voice is an ancient, spiritual form of magic in which you project your vital essence into a thume, or shout. Most people would need to train for years before they could even attempt a single shout. The Dragonborn is different. You have an inborn ability to shout, the same way dragons are said to. They live in seclusion near the top of the throat of the world, the great mountain of Skyrim. They're masters of the Way of the Voice, of shouting. It's a great honor for them to summon you. They speak to very few. In fact, they hardly speak at all. I studied with them when I was young. They taught me how to shout. Yes, they chose me when I was just a lad. It was a great honor, of course. I was to become a graybeard myself. I spent almost 10 years at High Hrothgar, learning the way of the voice. Then the Great War came. I couldn't stand missing it. I often think about High Hrothgar. It's very disconnected from the troubles down here. But that's why I couldn't stay, and why I couldn't go back. I suppose the Greybeards care about Skyrim's troubles in their way, but I needed to do something about it. I'm sure Arngir would call it one of my failings. Yes, the oldest and most powerful, although he may not seem so. I doubt he's forgiven me for leaving, and for, well, for what he'd consider blasphemy, using shouts for anything but worship of Kinnereth. You're Dragonborn. The rules don't apply to you. You can shout the way dragons do, without training, through inborn instinct. They always hope to teach a Dragonborn to respect the way of the voice as they do. They never fully succeed. You'll have to make your own decision. It's a beautiful philosophy, but outside the seclusion of High Hrothgar, I was never able to hold to it. My father, the Great Bear of Eastmarch, died during my imprisonment after the Markarth incident. I, his only son, forced to deliver his eulogy via letter I had smuggled out of prison. Such is the love of Titus meat for his subjects. When finally set free, I returned to Windhelm and was greeted by a city in mourning, at one with my own grief and anger, clamoring in angry voices, calling out for justice, for war. They sat me on the throne of Ysgramor, the throne of my father. I only hope I can prove worthy of that honor. I killed Toruk to prove our wretched condition. How is the High King supposed to be the defender of Skyrim if he can't even defend himself? Indeed, Elisif has become Jarl of Solitude. Historically and conveniently home of the High King, backed by Imperial interests. But the Moot has not yet met to name her High Queen. And they won't. Not as long as I have any say in it. There hasn't been a true High King in Skyrim for generations. For too long, he's been handpicked by the Emperor, and given emphatic nods by milk-drinking Jarls addicted to Imperial coin. It's time we had a real High King, one of our own making. We're fighting because we're done bleeding for an empire that won't bleed for us. Untold numbers of Nords died defending the empire against the Dominion. And for what? Skyrim being sold to the Thalmor so the Emperor could keep his throne. We're fighting because our own Jarls, once strong, wise men, have become fearful and blind to the people's suffering. We're fighting because Skyrim needs heroes, and there's no one else but us. Dalius has camps in the Pale, entertaining thoughts of battle. The Empire still underestimates the force of our cause. It will be their undoing. Not entirely true, though not entirely false either. Any Nord can learn the way of the voice by studying with the Greybeards, given enough ambition and dedication. My shouting Toruk to the ground proved he had neither. However, it was my sword piercing his heart that killed him. Be careful out there.
Helgen, huh? Ulfric told us quite the story. If you made it through all that, you're likely worth something to me. Yeah, but first, tell me, why does a foreigner want to fight for Skyrim? Fair enough, but are you willing to die for your home? All right, but before I can put you to use, I need to know how much you can take. I have a little test for you. The kind men use to measure themselves. I'm sending you to Serpentstone Island. If you survive, you pass. If you die, well, you weren't going to be much use to me anyway. It's where men have tested their metal for ages. There's a strange rock formation built by the ancients. Something about that place attracts the ice wraiths. You kill an ice wraith out there, and I'll have all the proof I need about you. We'll see about that, won't we?
I'm not sure why Tullius is wasting
What?
time trying
We've
to
got
take
nothing
Winter
to talk about
us.
until you come
If he
back
wants
from
to throw his men
Serpentstone
away,
Isle.
I'll gladly accept that deal.
Staying safe, I hope.
Go fiddling with any locks around here, you're going to have a real problem.
When Grimbar asks me why women are being killed around the city, I don't even know what to say to him. Yes, it is quite sad. A young boy, Aventus Aretino, lost his mother recently and was sent to an orphanage. But he has returned home, and people have heard strange chanting. They say it's the Black Sacrament, the ritual to contact the Dark Brotherhood. Why a little boy would want to contact a group of murderers is beyond me. But he is inviting evil into this city. All right, then.
Hold it there. Keep... Another girl killed. This is Susanna, from Candlehearth Hall. Served me a drink just a few nights ago, but I can't say I knew her. Susanna's the third. It's always the same. Young girl killed at night, body torn up.
A few septims for my supper is all I ask.
We're stretched thin as it is with the war. Nobody has the time to spend on this. Not pleasant, but it's the truth. If you want to help, ask some of these Gorkers if they saw anything useful. I'm going to examine the body before the rats can get to it.
No, sorry. But I did notice that her coin purse was still intact, so whoever did this wasn't after gold. I'm going to keep preparing the body, if you'll excuse me.
I have to wonder. What does the destruction magic's fine? Just don't go burning down any
Always
buildings.
sad when someone... Sorry, I thought I saw a fellow running away, but didn't get a good look at him.
Another one. Terrible. I heard a scream and came running, but she was already... like this when I got here.
If you've got some time, stop by my
It's so
house
good.
of curiosity.
Up to no good, are we?
I promise you'll see one...
I'll Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind
Is that
heart.
just like always? Nobody saw anything useful. Bastards escaped again.
Old woman.
Look, friend. If you think you can do better than the Legion of Guards, be my guest. I need to talk to your leaf, though. We can't just let anyone go around claiming to be on official business. If he's willing, then we'll talk.
My sister and I once traveled the world.
The Dunmer get their drinks at the new Nissa's Corner Club. Why they can't just call it a tavern is big. Frigga Shattershield's old place? It's been abandoned ever since she was killed. I think her mother, Tova, has the key. Until next time. The Stormcloaks are finding victory. These are difficult times indeed, when men stalk their brethren like beasts. My men are stretched thin as it is. If you offer your aid, I gladly accept. The guards will be told to assist you as necessary. I'm happy to lend a hand as much as I can as well. I'm not much of a... The Jarl has put out a bounty to slay a giant. Here, take a look at this decree for details. Travel safely. It's dangerous out there.
Whatever you've heard I can do is probably true.
Don't... I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of mead. Watch the skies, traveler. Till next time. Until next time.
You should unload some of that unwanted gear. Head over to Sadri's used wares. Talk to the elf.
Spare a coin for a poor old woman.
I'm not much of a strategist, but Lord Ulfric listens to my counsel. Grew up here. Lot of history in these walls. But for Ulf, he seems to I don't really have a mind for war. Frigga Shattershield's old place? It's been abandoned ever since she was killed. I think her mother, Tova, has the key. Travel safely. It's dangerous.
Whatever you've heard I can do is probably true. If Ulfric needs a favor...
I'm not much of a strategist, but Lord Ulfric listens to my counsel all the same. Travel safely.
Horses. All day long. Do you have any idea how dull horses are?
The townsfolk call me captain, because I used to be a sailor. Well, nothing. At least not anymore. Folk just call me that because of what I used to do. I was a sailor for many a year. I made my coin as a trader, and in time, I bought my own ship. When I retired here in Windhelm, most folk already knew me as Captain Lonelygale, and the name just stuck. There's an author named Adonato staying at the inn. He's published a few works of historical fiction. The clans Shattershield and Cruelsea see most of the gold that passes through the city. And obviously you have Ulfric, the Jarl and future High King. Oh, and that busybody Viola Giordano. She's got her nose in everyone's business, which I guess is one way of being prominent. Terrible shame that. Seems we have a killer on the loose here in Windhelm. He's claimed 3 victims that I know of, though maybe there's more that haven't been found yet. All lovely ladies too. Let's hope the gods find that demon soon, and introduce him to the headman's axe. If you're looking to pass the time, you can give Calixto a few septims and gawk at whatever oddity he's come across lately. If you're in need of goods, there's a market. If it's a soft bed and a hot meal you're after, there's Candlehearth Hall. Fair winds and calm seas. That's an old sailor's party.
Name's Nils. I'm the cook of Camden.
Now here's a man I'm glad to see.
magic.
Spare a coin. The voice rewards the generous. The divine smile of the charitable soul.
I've been a bit out of sorts since... I'm sorry. She was very dear to me, and it's rather painful to think about. I'd rather not talk about my daughter, if you'll excuse me. Well, all right. What exactly do you need to know? Yerim? Well, I'm not sure what you think you'll find there, but you're welcome to have a look. Not really sure what to do with myself
My
anymore.
favorite drinking
I just
buddy.
miss
Let's
her
get
so
some
much.
beers.
I try to keep Grimvar safe, but these are dangerous times.
Do you know my father? He's really important. He even talks to the Jarl sometimes.
My father says we need to just get on with our lives. Like it's that easy.
Assorted fruits and vegetables, all delicious and affordable.
Everyone says Yorland Greymane is the best smith in Skyrim. I plan to change a few minds about
that. Come and browse my fine selection. Everything's fresh and delicious.
Working in Windhelm is great.
I know Thieves Guild armor when I see it. You're not fooling anyone. I've never seen anything like it. I would take this to Calixto at the House of Curiosities. He has a good eye for strange trinkets. Might even give you a bit of gold for it. Have you been talking to Viola Giordano? She posts those all over the city, and someone keeps taking them down. Ask her about it if you want an earful. Good day.
I'd travel more. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Thank you for your custom.
Poor Nilsine has been wrecked since her sister
I've been a bit out of sorts since...
Seeing a good tavern brawl might be just the thing to lift.
You need anything, come see me. I have a lot of respect for Ambar's friend Ar.
Take a look.
Be sure to stop by Sadri's used wares in the Grey Quarter.
Be on the lookout. The butcher? I've been following him for months now. Well, not actually following. Trying to find him. The guards won't help. The people won't help. I'm the only one who thinks he can be caught. Huh? What's it say? Woundfirth. There have been rumors swirling about him for years. As long as I can remember. But he's a dangerous man. That's why they call him the Unliving. I wouldn't approach him directly. This information needs to go straight to the steward. He'll listen to you. After what happened to those other women, I'm worried about my own safety.
Spare a coin. Talos. rewards the generous. The divine smile on a charitable soul.
Hi, mister. Would you like to buy some flowers? Please? Not much, but I hope you like them. Some pretty flowers. I picked... They're dead. My mama died when I was little. I don't remember her very well. My father was a Stormcloak soldier. One day he left and didn't come back. I'm all alone. I try to sell flowers so I can buy food. It's not much, but what else can I do? Thanks. Thanks for talking to.
Lost? Welcome to the House of Curiosities. I offer a brief tour for a few coins, or you can simply browse at your leisure. My sister and I inherited a modest sum of money. We decided to travel and seek out whatever adventures we could find. As we journeyed across Tamriel, we encountered tales of exotic and wondrous artifacts. We decided to collect as many as we could. My sister passed away some years ago, so I settled down here and opened the House of Curiosities. I think she would be happy to know that our collection has brought smiles to faces both young and old. Let me see. Ah, yes. This is the Wheelstone. It's an heirloom symbol of the power of Windhelm. Traditionally, it's carried by the court mage. I would be interested in acquiring it, if you're willing to part with it, that is. For a piece like that, I could pay 500 gold. Wonderful. This will be a splendid addition to my private collection. Indeed I did. For a few septims, I'll tell you about some of the most interesting curiosities in my collection. Splendid! If you'll just follow me, I'll tell you tales and show you wonders such as you've never seen. These tools were found in a crypt outside Windhelm. They belonged to the ancient Nords who dwelt in Skyrim before the days of the First Empire. Most scholars believe that the Nords of old used these implements to prepare their dead for burial. What macabre mysteries would these tools reveal if they could but speak? Here is the Book of Fate, discovered in a secret room in the Arcane University. The writing in the book describes the destiny of its reader, so the words change from one person to the next. Some see only blank pages, and nobody knows why. Perhaps some of us are born with no destiny, or maybe the blank pages signify an imminent death. Ah, now here's an item out of legend. This is Ysgramor's soup spoon. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is no spoon, it's a fork. Nobody can eat soup with a fork. Well, my friend, you did not know Ysgramor. Don't let this innocent-looking flute fool you, for this is the dancer's pipe. Legend holds that the dancer's pipe has won wars, toppled empires, and changed the very course of history. None know its origins, but the stories say that men who hear its music are compelled to dance uncontrollably, no matter the peril. To activate this strange power, one must only speak the magic words, which are Oh my, I very nearly got us both into a nasty predicament, didn't I? And with that, the tour is over. I thank you for your patronage, and I hope to see you again soon. Welcome to the House of Curiosities. I offer a brief tour for a few coins, or you can sit... browse at your leisure. My sister and I once traveled the world to assemble our collection. Such adventures we had.
May the gods watch over your back.
Godlike Whitemane is a better place. The Stormcloaks are fine. That's quite an accusation. I assume you have proof? I don't want to believe it. Woundfirth has been a trusted friend to Ulfric for many years. It pains me to see that the Whispers had truth to them. Woundfirth shall be apprehended. I thank you for your diligence in getting to the bottom of this matter. The streets of Windhelm are now safe.
Don't need to pay me no mind.